So you, your steed, and your return drifter that has no emotions
Hmm.
are on your way to Baldur's Gate, essentially.
Okay.
Maybe you were hired to as a knight, or either hired or offered to guard some merchants that were going to be passing through Eltergard on the way to Baldur's Gate.
Hmm.
However, it all happened so fast. Before your eyes, the companion, a shining orb that shed its light upon Elturil, turned black, bathing the city in darkness. After the briefest of moments, all that remains in the city is a massive crater. You should see a picture pop up now.
Huh. Okay.
So on your journey, you get to a city, and you basically see it just entirely fucking get destroyed, and it's nothing but a crater now. That picture is basically what you see,
Okay.
just completely destroyed. So what you have just witnessed is the city of Elturil being pulled into the nine hells. Not a very
Like,
not
uh,
not
uh,
not a very good thing.
is it pulled in intact?
Who knows? You will now be receiving a map.
Okay, I see.
So if you see where Elturil is, that's basically what you just saw get fucking wiped off the grid.
Okay.
You're on your way to Baldur's Gate, so you can see the little trail that you are currently on.
Ah, yeah, I see it.
So in this area, besides the giant fucking crater right in front of you, there's just like a little lake
Hmm.
that's flowing, but there's some greenery, not many trees or anything. Some, but like, it's not much. It's not like a fucking forest or woodlands. It's a trail. It's
Okay. We're near something called the Fields of the Dead, I see.
indeed. Uh,
So, like, we're traveling along this river,
essentially,
or
uh,
okay.
nothing remains of Ilteril but a crater. Obviously, I said that many times. At the edge of this, but it's at the edge of a cliff that overlooks the river. The area surrounding the city is made up of rocky terrain, which slopes unevenly to the west of where Elturil once stood. And the turbulent Chinathar River flows along the southern shoreline. There's a clear view of the outskirts south of the city's elevated cliff face, but dust and smoke hangs overhead, which makes the area, dimly lit. There's a smell of smoke and ash combined with several unrecognizable yet distinctly disturbing odors that are drifting through the area. There are
Mm-hmm.
locals nearby who are calling out for friends and family members upon this because you guys are right fucking where it is. So, like, it's a fucking chaotic scene. People are crying, trying to look for other family members, see if anyone survived. It's not a pretty sight. It's certainly not comparable to the horrors you've witnessed in your journeys as a ghost knight, but I mean, war is war. You're never gonna get used to this sight of devastation. It's like 9/11, but bigger. That sounded like a
Yeah.
joke. It wasn't meant to be. I meant to like actually compare it, but the way I said it made it sound like I was joking, and I didn't mean it to be like that.
Oh my god. All right, so we basically just witnessed like the Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Essentially, you see that several refugees have started to gather near a small collection of carts, tents, and wagons that are forming to make a makeshift caravan. Uh, but the number of survivors who made it there, from what you can see, is very sparse compared to those who are still dealing with the fallout in the nearby areas. and you see a young woman like start to approach you.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the handout for her, so you can see who's going to be talking.
Okay.
She notices you, obviously being well armed and armored, a horse, a creepy mask guy, and she comes up to you and asks basically, you look well armed and armored, uh, possibly nobility of some sort, maybe. Uh, as you can see, it's not safe in these parts.
Wow. Really?
If you wouldn't mind, I'm trying to gather as many survivors as I can to make the trip to the city in Baldur's Gate. Would would you come along, protect us? Maybe I'd pay you. I don't have much, but well, I mean, if you're already on your way, then it'd make it easier.
Hmm. Wait, they're heading where again?
So they want to go to Baldur's Gate. She wants to bring all the as many survivors as she can get and go to Baldur's
So
Gate.
they just want to join, like, me, who, like, I'm already headed there.
Well, they don't
Okay.
know that, yes, but
Okay.
yeah, you are on your way to Baldur's Gate. She's asking you to she's basically trying to hire you to protect them.
So I should respond to that, right?
Yes, you could just ignore her, like, and be a total dick, but
Hold on, let me think about this.
she looks up at you with her green eyes, waiting for a response.
Although they all don't really apply specifically to this situation, if I bring together my ideals, bonds, and flaws, I think that I would definitely agree to bring them along with me.
Hmm?
So, should I? I mean, I guess this is where I like say it in character,
Mm-hmm.
or okay. uh, can you repeat her line for me?
Uh, you're obviously well armed and armored. It's not safe in these parts, as you can see. It looks like Elturil has just been drawn into the nine hells. Uh, everyone is either gone, dead, or worried. I would like to take as many survivors as I can and make it to Baldur's Gate, and I would like not only your protection, but maybe you could help find survivors and help bring them to Baldur's Gate too. I'd pay you, of course.
So, by find survivors, that also means going into the crater.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hmm.
That'd
Or
be
just
a
looking
stretch.
around the area.
Yeah, looking around the area, checking the outskirts, maybe that'd be helpful.
Can I assume that the city drawn into the crater has been drawn in mostly intact, and the people in the city are in
Oh
the
no,
Nine Hells
there's
alive?
there's no real way to know that.
Hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's no way I could know that from my perspective. I'm sorry, I just imagined a bunch of dumb responses. uh, like, oh my god, is everyone all right? you know.
As you can see, everyone is dead or dying or worried. Oh my god, is everyone all right?
um,
Another
uh,
option is you could just kill her. I don't know why you would, but you could, and that'd be a really fucked up thing to do. I think that would end the entire story right here. But you could do it. Be gone, wench.
I don't see in my flaws certified freak. So
Hashtag
nor
gamer
do I
moment.
see 7 days a week. So
Ugh,
I mean, I did have a joking thought about how I should backhand her for looking at me, but like, but I would not actually do that. No, I'm pretty sure my character would hear them out and probably agree to help them. So,
Well,
hmm, it's gonna be a little rough for me to come up with like in character lines, but because I haven't done this much yet.
right.
Um, I say the last few words in her lines again, just the last few.
Uh, would you mind accompanying us and survivors and looking for them, protecting us on our way to Baldur's Gate?
I'll do everything that I can to help. Very simple line, but
She has a smile on her face, and she like does that like head tilt thing, and she goes, "Wonderful. My name is Dara. We haven't been introduced. Kind of rude of me to ask you to do shit without introducing myself. I am Dara. What is your name?"
I randomly hey go in response. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Tell me her name again
Dara.
because I'm gonna have to know it.
D A
Dara, huh?
R A. I will write it in the chat.
Okay. I shouldn't have to think so hard about this. Something like simple, like my name is Ramiel, or
Names are for the weak, and I don't need one.
I'm the one known as Ramiel. Uh, I'll just say my name is Ramiel. Very simple.
She nods and whistles, and when she does that, she whistles behind her. You notice like an elderly companion, an elderly male, kind of like steps forward. A dark-skinned male, gray hair.
Mhm.
He has a pretty big sword, not that big, but it's like a long sword. And he
Okay.
walks up with a goat, and she goes, "This is my
Husband? No.
no, I am
The
not."
goat, I mean.
Oh, no, heavens, no. Uh, this is my protector, Goran. I will show you Goran. Here is Goran.
Okay.
And this is his companion, uh, his loyal ally, Clyde. Clyde is the goat.
Okay.
There is no picture for Clyde.
So they say ally instead of partner. Gotcha.
Uh, Goran kind of just like grunts, and kind of like gives you like a crooked eye, like he's trying to dig into your soul, figure you out.
Greetings, Goran.
Greetings. Dara turns to Goran and goes, "Goran, he agreed to help us. Look for survivors, gather them, and bring them to Baldur's Gate. Isn't that wonderful?" Goran doesn't take his eyes off you, and he just grunts once more.
I
Dara looks,
just
yeah.
stare him back in the eyes.
Dara looks to you basically and goes, "Well, the first thing I'd like you to do is if you could try to go to Wellham's smithy. I'd like you to recruit the local smith on our side and get as many weapons as possible."
What was the name of the smithy place?
Wellham's smithy. I will type it in chat.
So I suppose it'd be dumb to ask them the name of the smithy because the smithy is probably Wellham, like the person themselves. I mean.
Uh, that would be a good assumption. Yes, Wellham would probably
Okay.
is probably the name of the smith.
So I'm going with them to this smithy,
No,
or
she's asking you to do it.
I see.
She is going to
Asking
be
me to
gathering
do, or
survivors around these parts. while you go
Okay.
off and try to do this.
All right, then I agree to go to the smithy.
Nice.
I guess I should ask her where it is, or
She asks if you have a map. Do you have a map of some sort?
no, I don't. Don't think I do.
She nods and she gestures to Goran. Goran like pulls out a piece of parchment and he starts like scribbling stuff down and he hands it to you. It's a very crude thing. It's not really a good map, but it does basically. It's basically like one of those treasure maps when you're a kid that just has like dots and then a big X. So basically, you can make out like you are here, and if you go all around over here, you'll get to the smithy. I should probably put you on the overland map. That'd be a good start.
Okay. Well, then, I suppose I just accept the map. And what exactly does she want me to go to the smithy
Right.
for?
She would like you to recruit the local smith for the journey with them,
Okay, just
and
to bring them along.
and also recover as many weapons there as possible. So once this like she has three tasks she wants you to complete, and this is the first one. Once these
Okay.
missions are complete, the caravan can begin its journey to Baldur's Gate.
Then I suppose I'll start making my way over to the smithy and waste no time.
The reason you didn't really ask, but I'll tell you now. The reason they can't really go is there's been reports of devils roaming the area, so it's really fucking dangerous, and they don't want to send like tons of people out. Possibly, like a more it'd be like kind of like putting a giant target on your back for shit. So if it's just you, a small group, doing these things, so they could stay relatively safe. While you could go under the radar if there are devils.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, for the most part, I would say so.
Here is the. Oh, and so you make your way. It's not a long journey, but it's a journey. And you make your
Mm,
way to a little smithy that's out in the outskirts. And you'll see a handout now. You also see a black screen for the map.
mm.
Okay, so your goal is to gather weapons and materials to protect the caravan, and even recruit the renowned smith himself. All right. So I am going to reveal some of the areas. So now you should start seeing bits of the map get revealed.
Okay.
And you should even see your token now. I don't know if you do. Do you?
It's currently still black.
Uh, do you see like a zoom in, zoom out thing where like a plus and a minus?
Yes,
Try to.
I'm using it.
You don't see anything.
No, it's still black.
Can you like move? Is there like a slider you have in the bottom of your thing that you can?
Oh yeah, scrolling.
Yeah.
While I'm scrolling, like there's a black rectangle in the center of like all the whiteness,
Center of the whiteness.
like of the background.
What do you see now?
Okay, now I see the drawn map.
Right. Okay. And if I put it back,
It is a black screen with the backgrounds around it.
so you don't see any color at all.
No.
Can you screenshot your fucking thing?
Yeah. 1 second.
What the? Oh, I think I have an idea.
Hmm.
I. It's just as I thought. There we go.
All right, we can see.
You should be able to move your tokens now. If you click them, you can move on them and stuff. Yeah. All right. So, don't go too far now. You can only see the outsides, right? You see like this stuff right here, but you don't see inside.
Yeah, I can't see inside. I can only see outside.
I forgot what the button is to see what you see. It's like Shift something, but I don't remember what it is. Shift O? It's not Shift O. Oh well. Alright. So, I will now read to you. So the smithy is an old building at the end of a dirt road, bordered by a low stone wall. A wooden sign outside reads, Wellham's Smithy. The only other building nearby is a small shed with a missing door. It's unusually quiet here. The typical noise, one would expect in the vicinity of a small smithy is curiously absent. The sky is filled with dust and smoke, and the area is dimly lit. So faded traces of an old dirt road lead to the building, which is an abandoned temple repurposed.
So this used to be a temple, and it has been repurposed into the smithy.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. The
Hmm.
building is a single-story structure with the remains of a small statue garden beside it. Uh, yeah. Would you like to look at this or examine this statue, small statue, or perhaps have your expert examine it for you?
Suppose I would like to have my expert examine the statue.
If so, a little quick thing. If you hold Shift and double-click your token or whatever token, you can quickly open up the character sheet of that thing. So if you're gonna have your expert, open up your expert sheet, and well, it doesn't have religion, but religion is just I think it's a intelligence check. Yeah, so you just roll intelligence on this thing. So you'll see strength, dex, con, int.
So I roll 10. I roll.
Right, so it just says 10, but if you just click it, it'll roll for you. There you go. 14. Nice. Yeah, your return drifter knows that this small statue is a religious figure of some sort. It's a symbology of Torm among the faded markings and old displays, suggesting that this place was once a temple to the god of duty and loyalty. Uh,
Hmm. Uh, I'm assuming that since it's abandoned.
well, apparently you're not here right now. That's my fuck up. You guys are at a
Oh,
smithy. The smithy doesn't have a map. Oh well, we'll just keep using this.
so the temple is not the smithy?
No. So it is. Right. I'm fucking up somewhere. Yes. So I'm reading something different. So it's because I'm supposed to use this map, but apparently there's a part that's not mapped. So I was reading ahead a bit. That's my fuck up. I don't know why there's no map. As you approach the smithy, a deep voice calls out from the building. If you've come back to steal more, you're going to have to go through me.
I have not come to steal anything. I have only come to collect the smithy himself.
Huh? What?
Huh?
Aren't you part of the bandits? Your tricks won't work on me, bandit.
I suppose if I was a bandit, then I would have advanced on you by now. What is your name, sir?
Ooh, I'll roll a persuasion check.
Roll a persuasion check, you said?
Yeah.
Still waiting for my page to load.
Oh yeah, he goes. Alright, you make a good point. Come in, come in.
Suppose I will follow him in.
Indeed. Well, he's already inside. He's yelling at the door. So yeah, I assume you dismount because you can't fit a horse into a building, uh, and you go in. You see two people. Looks to be a human male and a male dwarf. These are the two. Where are the handouts? These are the two people you see.
Well, Smith and Gordrick.
Yeah, he's a smith whose last name is Smith. How about that?
Yeah, Well Smith, you said?
Willem Smith. His last name is Smith, and he's a smith. He looks at you, and he has like a solemn look on his face. All around you, it looks like this place has just been robbed. That's what it looks like. He looks at you and he goes, "Aye, what you want? I shan't be making anything anymore. Damn bandits stole the last of what I had, and they made off with a stash of my ale too."
I imagine ere long there won't be much reason to stay around here any longer. The nearby city has been reduced to nothing but a crater.
I've heard. Rumors spread fast. What's that got to do with me, though?
Well, I'm going to be escorting a bunch of survivors to Baldur's Gate, and the leader of the survivors would like you to come along.
I'd be willing to accompany you, but first, perhaps you should go get my supplies back from those bandits. If what you say is true, the caravan, they'll need all the help it can get.
What can you tell me about these bandits?
Hmm. Well, I have no idea. They've been stealing a lot of my ale, a lot. But this time they come in here and steal some of my supplies. Uh, I don't know. Gordrick speaks up, the dwarf. They were wearing. What did you say? They were wearing molted green and black cloaks, but they were long gone by the time Willem here showed up. I think they were perhaps just trying to take as much stuff as they can and move on to the city next. Perhaps sell it for a profit.
So Willem himself has not seen these bandits?
Correct. Willem has not seen them. Or so he says.
Did you notice anything else about these bandits, Gordrick? Well, I mean, let me rephrase that. Did Gordrick notice anything else about these bandits?
Hmm. don't think so. I think one of them might have a little scratch on them. I think I gave one of them a cut as he was trying to steal some of our stuff, but I can't be too sure of that. It's not really. I don't think it'd be much help.
Did Gordrick happen to see which direction they ran off to?
Uh, I would have. Uh, I would have liked to have seen where they went off to, but they kind of, tied me up, and he rubs his head, gave me quite a good thrashing, and so I wasn't able to follow the mountain sea. But I'm sure, as you've noticed, this is kind of like a dirt road thing. There've got to be some sort of tracks around.
And so Wellham found Gordrick tied up like that?
Correct. Yeah. Yes, he did. He found me tied up. It wasn't. Uh, well, it was quite embarrassing. I, I think myself of the strong, sturdy sort, but to be tied up like that is very shameful. But I am not an adventurer.
Suppose I will agree to check for tracks.
Well, while you go do that, well, I suppose me and Willem here will pack up what remains and head onwards to the caravan. Uh,
I'll let them know that I'll come looking for them if I don't see them at the caravan.
as you see that a female half elf makes her way into the smithy. She's breathless, out of breath, panting, gasping for air, hand out. She looks at everybody, and she's like, panting. Yeah, she's fucking panting.
Yes.
Oh my god, I lost my fucking place. She goes, I need shelter. I've eluded some bandits nearby and they've been after me. Can I use this place to stay low? You know, Willem Gordon. Were you just about to say? I suppose.
I was about to say, yeah, I suppose Wellham has to answer that
Yeah.
question, so I was
Okay.
going to say.
Okay. Willem's like, oh, sure, but we're on our way out. It might be dangerous to stay here. We just got robbed ourselves. Volus goes, the caravan? I was on my way towards the caravan, but I was ambushed by bandits. They were wearing malted green and in black cloaks. Cloaks, not cloaks. Cloaks. Fuck my word speech.
Could you tell me?
Could I tell you what? Your mic cut out there. Hello? It's gotten quiet.
Hello?
Hi.
I said, did Volus happen to say Volus's name?
I'm Volus. What the fuck? Okay. Discord is like fucking up.
Did
Volus.
Volus happen to say Volus's name?
She did. Yeah.
Could Volus tell me where the attack took place?
Oh, indeed. I could even point out their hideout's general location properly.
Well, rather than stay here at the smithy, would Volus be willing to direct me to their hideout?
Well, I can point you in the general direction, but I'd rather probably accompany these two to the caravan, since that's where I was going anyway. And I don't think it'd be smart for me to travel with you. With bandits, I'd just slow you down. And probably die. I'm a lady. I am not a warrior. Certainly not armed and armored like you. I mean, look at you.
What about me?
You're armed and armored.
Actually, that's
And a
not
man.
actually right. Imagine if my character was a woman, then what would Volus say then?
You're armed and armored. Uh, anyway, yeah, follow me and I'll point out the general direction.
All right.
She points out the general direction. As you see, Wellum and Godric kind of like start shoving shit into like containers and stuff, trying to get ready to head out.
Suppose I will just follow Volus's directions to find the hideout then.
Indeed. It takes about an hour, but you do find it. And that's where this map is now. Yeah. This former temple.
Then I suppose I will be back with Wellum's weapons, or their heads, or both.
It'd be considerably more helpful to bring back weapons rather than heads, but yeah.
It's only under the possibility that they don't happen to be there for some reason. Yeah, sorry, I left all of Wellum's weapons in my other coat.
Alright, so, and now we'll say what happened before happens now. So you notice the marking is a former temple of the god of duty and loyalty. So there is a door.
Duty. I'm just kidding.
There's a door in front of you. It's, so it's actually a set of bronze double doors? No. That's inside the room. Yeah. Dara and Gorin. Yes. Godric and Willem. Yes. Volus. Nice. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It says their names on the picture thing.
Yeah, so I was just exiting those out for now.
Right. You could also write them into your character sheet. If you click bio, where you see core bio spells. You see that?
Let me see.
Yeah, and you'll see allies and organizations right there at the top.
I'm actively remembering not to hit push to talk just because I happen to be sneezing, so.
And so that's where you can put in the names, allies, and organizations, and it'll help you remember it. It also gives you a place or backstory and all that kind of stuff. Alright. You have a pretty strong feeling that this is where the bandits are camped out.
Okay, I wrote into my bio.
One of the two wooden double doors leading into the building is ajar.
I thought it was a door. How is it ajar? Just kidding.
It's a fucking horror joke.
I am just on the verge of sneezing. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Jesus. Okay. Well, if the door's ajar, then perhaps it'd be. Um, well, my character's not a coward, so I guess I would look in first instead of having my drifter do it.
Indeed. So move your token up to the door and roll perception. Ooh, that's this 20-foot square room is. Oh, I'll actually reveal it too while I say it. This this 20-foot square room is dirty, dusty, and mostly empty. However, footprints in the dust indicate that there have been a lot of traffic passing through here recently. A set of bronze double doors are set against the north wall. So right here.
Okay. Can I easily distinguish the footprints on the ground and stuff?
Hang on. And a small font in the northeast corner, which is right here,
Okay.
is the only piece of decor left intact. There was enough natural light filtering through the windows and door to provide dim light. Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah. You can tell they're bipedal tracks. They have 2 feet. It's people. It's many people with 2 feet, but there's not much you can discern other than that.
Hmm. Well, I was mostly asking because in case it's trapped, maybe I'd want to walk along their footprints or something.
Are you right? Or are you trying to find out if the footprints are trapped? What?
No, in case the room itself is trapped, maybe I'd want to follow the direct traffic of the footprints.
So from what you can tell, that high perception roll is the room itself is not trapped. No. And it does not appear like the footprints are in any kind of like pattern or anything. They kind of just look like they've been walked around.
I'm basically seeing all there is to see of this room, essentially.
Correct. With the uh, small font in the northeast corner and the bronze double doors, bronze bound double doors in the north wall.
Suppose I'll walk up to the doors and inspect the fountain first, in that case.
Indeed. Drag your token up to the bronze double doors, which you should be able to see right here. Yeah. So what you doing?
Just taking a look at the fountain real quick, I suppose.
Oh, the fountain. Okay. Yeah. A half moon shaped stone font is set into the east wall near the double doors. The edges and interior of the bowl are stained with what looks like dried blood, and a small knife sits precariously on the rim of the bowl. The phrase offer and pass freely is carved into the stonework above the font.
Offer and pass freely. I'd like to. I don't know. Like, I feel like I have a pretty. Like, it's a fountain, so I feel like I have a pretty. Like, if these words like actually have meaning, then I mean, it's a fountain. I have a pretty good idea of what you would offer to a fountain, but I could be wrong. I don't know that like I mean, would I take something that like I read on a fountain seriously though? Like that's kind of a question.
That is completely up to you and your character.
Hmm. I think that my character would probably pay slight heed to superstitious drivel.
Yeah. Why do that when you can just open the fucking doors, right?
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I mean, can I ask my drifter what they think?
Yeah, sure, but that's also you, so it's whatever you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hold up. Um, I mean, what did you say about the statue earlier? It's like, what is it the god of?
It's the god of. It was. Scroll up. It was the god. It was a. It was a statue. It was symbology of Torm, which was suggesting basically this is a temple to the god of duty and loyalty. Uh, so I will post this in the chat.
Okay. Um, I mean, my character has a strong sense of duty and loyalty, I think. So maybe I would, I don't know, toss something in the fountain, but I don't know. I mean, do I even have anything to put in there?
Well, there. Remember, there's blood that you saw everywhere, and there is a knife on it.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah. So the edges
Hmm.
and interior of the bowl are stained with what looks like dried blood. And a small knife sits precariously on the rim of the bowl. And it says "Offer and pass freely."
I
Again,
changed my mind.
there are also doors just in front of you.
I mean, yeah, I could just open those doors, but what is on those doors is part of the question, huh?
I mean, it's a pretty good question.
If I have to offer anything to it, then I'll probably just offer an entire bandit to it later or something. I will just try to open the doors.
Absolutely. Uh, as you try to open the door, whew, okay. You open it and there is nothing there. It is just nothingness. It's quite literally just more wall, and then you hear a sound right above your head as it looks like the ceiling is collapsing. Basically, you have activated a trap. A 10-foot wide area of the ceiling. So, yeah, it's everyone this. So it's the X. So only you. So the ceiling is basically trying to collapse on top of you, and you have like a little bit of it, and you have enough time to possibly react. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw. So, ooh, that's a fail.
Oh my god.
So the part of the ceiling collapses on top of you, rubble hitting you, dealing a solid 7 bludgeoning damage to you.
All right.
But in addition, the rubble knocks open uh, the door. Not that door. That knocks open the door concealed by the font. So a hidden doorway is revealed.
I was gonna leave back outside for a sec. Hell of a shortcut. Well, I don't see any merit in turning back, so I press forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I opened the door, and there was literally just a wall that had "fuck you" carved into it. Is what you're
Essentially,
telling me?
but without the words, yeah.
Okay.
With the rubble falling and hitting you, it also hit some of the fake wall and opened it, so you can tell like there was a fake door basically. Yeah.
Does my drifter need to have made a deck save?
No, it was only a small area and only you were there in the room.
Ah, okay.
All right, so essentially you are now here because you're going downstairs. Atop a blood-soaked stone slab is a human, bound by chains and surrounded by humanoids, wearing molted green and black robes. One of them is in the
You're
pro.
probably saying mottled.
What?
Probably saying mottled.
Mottled. Mottled.
Yeah.
Green and black robes. One of them is in the process of carving a symbol into the man's chest with a jagged knife, while the others chant in haunting tones. Dorime. That's not the right thing. That's just what came into my head. The man finishes up the carving, as it looks like they've been alerted to your presence due to what happened upstairs and are able to finish it up. After the like carving is complete, they all like the man takes a step back, and you see the cultists on the table scream out before he like his entire chest is ripped open. It's burst open as a spined devil pops out of it, him, and he's dead.
So the cultist is dead, and a spine devil is now
Right. So
there
it
on the table.
appears to have been a summoning ritual they were in the middle of. So the walls of this 40-foot diameter cavern are covered in infernal signs and markings, and of course there's a stone altar that takes up the center of the room. There are decorative braziers. That's not to the north and south ends of the chamber, cast bright light throughout the area. There was a faint sulphurous smell in the cavern. Uh, a weakened variant sidebar. Uh, uh, right, which they already did. Where is the variant sidebar? Okay, here we go. Okay. I see. These are just so it's weakened one. Yeah, I got you. So it can't do. It just can't do everything. All right. And they all draw like ceremonial daggers and stuff at you, ready to attack. Essentially. I'm gonna need initiative rolls now. So now on your sheet, you'll see next to armor class on the top, there's a number where initiative is. If you click the word initiative. Nice. Oh, that's a nice roll. And I'll need one for your expert as well.
Looking for it on there.
So you just click his name. So at the very top where it just says Return Drifter, you just want to click that. Holy shit. Yes, it's your drifter's turn first.
All right. Does it matter that my drifter is behind me, or?
It'll just cost an extra 5 movement getting past you. So they're on stairs. So normally it'd be 10 feet. It'd just be 15 feet.
So you're saying that they can. Okay. All right. So how many feet can they currently move?
If you look on his sheet, the return drifter has a movement speed of 30. So you can move 30 feet. So it'll take up 15 getting past you.
So he can move 25 feet basically.
He'll be able to move 15 more feet after getting past you. but he is not combat oriented. Remember, so putting him up in front might not be the smartest thing.
Yeah, but he also goes first, which is a little annoying for that. But
Correct. You could just have him use his sling and chuck a rock at one of the guys, or you could,
uh,
yeah, or you could have him take the help action and distract one of these guys for you. So when it's your turn, you'll have advantage on one of the attack rolls.
I think I want him to dest- um, I think I want him to just like fire his sling at the nearest cultist, I guess.
Yeah. So in his sheet, click sling. Yeah. So he but it takes out his sling and like winds it up and like spins it around his head and then like chucks it, not the whole entire sling, but where the rock is, and aims it, and the rock goes forward and smacks the cultist right on the face. So now in chat, in the chat bar, click sling. I'm gonna make it so it will auto roll damage from now on, but ooh, that's a lot of damage, dealing a whopping 6 bludgeoning right to his face. That is not fun for him. That hurts. All right. So you can have him move, or you can have him stay there now. But he also has bonus actions that he can take. I think because he has cunning action, he can hide essentially behind you if you want him to, or no, that's it. He can hide, or he can do nothing.
So if he hides behind me, does that mean he moves with me or no?
No, it just means he'll like maybe be hidden by the enemies if he rolls high enough.
Okay, then I'll just have him hide.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna be moving next,
Can
so
you
I think
roll dexterity for him, which is essentially his stealth? All right. It is now your turn.
okay. Well, I immediately want to run for the thing that just came up on the table and attack that.
Yeah.
Is it fine if I run there?
Yeah.
Okay. I just think it's better than being sandwiched by the enemies.
Right. And so, yeah, you can attack if you would like. In your attacks, you have Lance, which is probably not the smartest to use face to
No.
face. Great sword, and hand axe. 14. You hit. You deal a solid 13 slashing damage to it. It cries out in a bit of pain. So the plus 12 is because it is if it was a crit, because it rolls advantage just in case. And if you did have advantage, it would have been a crit. But it wasn't. Alright, is that your turn?
Um, what else could I significantly do right now?
Uh, the only thing really you can do right now is have a look around the room or use Second Wind. Second Wind will heal you a little bit, but you're not that damaged, so it might not be the best thing to do right now.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll
Because
just
you can
leave that
only
be.
use Second Wind once per rest.
I suppose I would want to at least inspect the room while it's still my turn.
Right. Oh, you could also Action Surge, which would give you an extra action you could take, but again, you can only use this once per rest. So essentially, you could attack again if you wanted to use that, but you can only
I
use
think
one.
I'd like to do that to get rid of this unknown creature that's unknown to me. So
Fair enough. All right, you use your action surge. You get another attack.
okay,
You hit and you fucking behead it as you swing your thing once more. You chop its just head completely off its body. It's like black ichor and blood spurts out of its head, and it kind of like falls off the table onto the ground.
I take satisfaction knowing that that cultist died for nothing.
He did. It would have been the devil's turn, but it's dead now. Uh,
You're
would you
right.
like to use your bonus action to look around the room? No.
Yes.
Roll me a perception check. Oh yeah, hidden under some tarps in the south corner of the room, you spot the stolen weapons that was stolen from Willem the Smith.
Okay.
Uh, okay. The cultists are like infuriated because they just got done summoning this thing, and not only is their compatriot now fucking dead, but you also just killed the fucking thing within seconds of appearing. So this one walks up and flanks, and they both just try to shank you with their ceremonial daggers, technically scimitars, but and they each have one attack with advantage because of flanking. 17 and 20. 17 misses because you have an AC of 17, but 20 does hit as the one in the back stabs you a bit, dealing 4 slashing damage.
Okay. Well, the one behind me is the weakened one, right?
The one in front of you is the weakened one. It depends on where you're counting.
Yeah.
This is the one in
You're
front of you.
right. You're right. You're right.
It is now the bandits' turn. The bandits are really pissed too. They're not cultists, but I mean they're working with them, and they aim their light crossbows at you, and they fire because they can't see your friend. Your friend is too well hidden. Uh, so there he's actually gonna move up here so he can shoot you. He's gonna move up here. He's move down here just so they don't shoot their friend. So that's 3 crossbow bolts on you. That's a crit, 12 and 21. So that's 2 attacks. That's 2 hits on you.
Okay.
That is 9 and 5. That is 14 piercing damage as you are riddled with 2 crossbow bolts. You are down pretty low. And that is it. It is now your drifter's turn. Your drifter is currently not seen by anything.
Okay. So what can my drifter do of like significant help in this situation?
Well, he can attack. He can distract, which would give you advantage, but that wouldn't deal any damage per se. Uh, so because he's hidden, he would get advantage on an attack. So if he would like to use his sling or scimitar and something, he would have advantage. So he could potentially kill either the cultist that was in front of you or one of the bandits. That's pretty much
I
it
think
because he's not
I
moving
think I'd
around.
I think I'd like him to run at the closest bandit with his scimitar then,
Yeah.
unless you think the sling would be better.
Uh, I can't tell you that, but either one would
Okay.
be pretty much a good
Hmm.
option.
Okay. I think I'd like him to go in with the scimitar because he is somewhat tanky, especially compared to me right now.
Right.
Um, I think he might, be able to draw some threat in that case as well, and run at the nearest bandit because the crossbow bolts I think are somewhat more threatening right now.
Right.
So yeah, I'll have him do that then.
Yeah. So move him up and then use the scimitar with advantage because you were hidden. So it'll take the higher number of the two. 18. Hits for 9 slashing, 7 slashing, 2 poisoning. He walks up and he just immediately stabs the Dude, so the dude is essentially trying to reload his crossbow bolt, and your guy just comes out of nowhere down the stairs, runs up and just like impales him with the fucking scimitar.
Okay.
He's dead.
Oh, he's okay. So these bandits aren't exactly that tough. Okay.
Correct.
Hmm. All
Uh,
right then. In
he
that case,
still has a bonus action. What would you like to do with that?
hmm.
So you can do nothing, or you can use one of his cunning actions, which is dash, disengage, or hide. Dash would double his movement speed. I don't know if you want to make him move anywhere though. You still have movement speed. You could hide again, like try to lay under the body you just made or something.
Hey, I've thought of weirder. Okay, yeah, I want to try and have him.
Well, if he is hidden under the body, then nobody would be attacking because they wouldn't be able to see him
That
potentially.
is true.
You could have him run in front of somebody, so they couldn't really get to you, or you could have him just stand there.
Yeah, I think I'd like to have him stand between the bandit and the cultist that is in front of me.
Yeah, you move 10, you still have 25. Yeah, you could move, you know, within 25 feet, you still have left. Yeah, alright.
And meanwhile, I think I'm less worried about the cultists, and I would run for the bandit that is on the far side.
If you leave their range,
Oh,
so
they have an opportunity attack, right?
both of them would, yes.
Hmm,
So right now the biggest threat to you are the fact that these guys are flanking you.
that's true.
Uh,
In that
you
case,
do know this guy is considerably injured because of the stone. Uh, and
so
this,
on one hand, removing a threat completely, and on the other hand, hmm. Okay, I guess. Hmm. Suppose I'll just do another great sword attack in that case. Uh,
I'm the injured guy.
yes, on the injured one.
Indeed. Yes. Wow. So you lift up your greatsword above your head and slam it down, and you basically horizontally slice this guy in half,
Okay.
and he is dead. You basically slice him in half, but horizontally, and you see his sides just plop to the ground. Dead, blood spurts everywhere. It's gross, but you've seen worse. Uh, and that was your action. This is where I would recommend you using your second wind now as a
All
bonus
right, then
action.
I'll use my second wind.
Right. So in chat, type /R D10, and that will roll a D10, and it adds your level. So we'd add 3 on top of that. I don't know what you typed. Oh, there you go. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So you gain back 7 HP. Nice. Would you like to move anywhere, or would you like to stay there?
I think I'd like to stay within range of the one cultist, but probably put them between me and the crossbowman.
You
Is
could.
that possible?
You could. You could go right there,
All right, then I. Mm,
but nothing stops the crossman from just walking over here on his turn.
I would. I was thinking more like right here.
You could. Yeah. Again, no, nothing stops him from just walking up.
That's true. Although
But
he
yeah,
just brings himself closer as well.
that is true. So would you like to stay there then?
Yeah, I will stay here.
All right. It is the cultist's turn. The cultist
Okay.
spins around and tries to hit you with his ceremonial dagger, aka scimitar, and he hits, dealing a solid 5 slashing damage to you.
Okay.
The bandits use their bonus action to reload their weapon, This one will have disadvantage because it's going to try to shoot the your companion, and he's within 5 feet, and he fires off the crossbow bolt 5, completely missing.
Oh
The
my
arrow
god.
goes somewhere off edge. This one can't see you. After he reloads, he takes a step up, and he feels like he should go right here. And he steps on the dead body of another cultist, aims at you, and fires. But completely fucking misses with a 6. It kind of just like goes straight up in the air and kind of just sticks to the ceiling. It's now your
Okay.
companion's turn.
Okay. I want my companion to kill the crossbowman closest to me.
Indeed.
Or, sorry, not kill, I mean attack.
Right. Well, he might die. Who knows? Depends on how high you roll. 15. Right, he's not dead, but you do hit, and you deal 6 damage total. The cultist is not happy. He is considerably injured.
Okay.
Would you like him to do anything else on his turn? He can still move. Uh, he wouldn't get attack opportunity if he moved because the bandits don't have their crossbow reloaded,
Uh-huh.
so they wouldn't be able to attack him if he moved. So you could move him. You could make him stay there, uh, or do one of his bonus actions, which is either just dash, disengage, or hide. None of those would be really helpful right now, to be honest.
I think I will let him stay precisely where he is then.
Right. It is now your turn.
I will hit the cultist.
Absolutely. You ready the blade and like hold it back and then thrust it, and you thrust it right through his gut, and then you lift him up, and he kind of like just sinks on your blade, and you pull it back, and he's dead.
Alright then. Now to see if I fucking die to the crossbow.
Yeah. That's your action. You still have a bonus action. I don't think you have anything as a bonus action. Um, you don't really got anything else. Yeah, but you can still move if you would wish.
Oh, you know what? I think this would be a good idea. I'm going to walk up next to my companion.
Okay.
So he'll be at a range disadvantage, and if he wants to move away, then you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Could risk.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. It is the well, no, cultist is dead. The bandit's turn. Yeah, so they reload. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Let me look this up. I think I'm pretty sure loading a crossbow gives you attack of opportunity if they're within
Oh,
5 feet. I'm not certain, so I'm looking it up because I don't ever play with people who use a fucking crossbow.
okay, Josh.
Uh, 5e attack of opportunity. Let's see what gives opportunity attacks. Nope, that's 4e. I don't want 4e. That's fucking stupid. Nope. Okay. No, that's not for 5e. Alright, no. So they load up and they shoot. So one is going to shoot your expert. Disadvantage. 14. Hits. Your expert has an AC of 13, dealing 8 piercing.
Okay.
The one in front of you reloads and shoots you. 14, but misses. You basically easily kind of just like push it off, brush it off.
Okay.
It is now your drifter's turn.
I want my drifter to attack the weakened one, and I'm just going to go for the other one.
All right. So this one.
Yes.
Alright. You hit, dealing 9 slashing. Yeah, you slash him like right across the chest. Your expert does, and like it does a little bit of slashing, and then like you see like the poison start to like green up inside of him, and it starts to like melt his insides, and he like clutches his chest before he falls to the ground dead.
On top of the person who's already split in half.
Indeed, and on top of the sides of the person who's already dead. All right, what would you like the drifter to do now?
Um,
If you move your drifter right here, and then on your turn move right here, you'd be flanking, and so you'd get advantage.
I'll do that.
Yeah. And it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm going to, attack.
Absolutely. $17. 17, 11.
I actually hit it twice. I
You
didn't
stab him
mean
right
to.
through the face, right in the bridge of the nose, and goes right through his head. And you yank it out, and
Nice.
he falls over dead. Combat's over, as you've just butchered everybody in this fucking building. Except for the guy in the stone, who died to them, but you killed the thing that came out of it, so.
Yeah.
Even after the cultists are dead, you still hear faint, like, chanting and whispering coming from the area. Probably due to the magic in the place. You know where the supplies are. So, there's nothing stopping you from just going and get them now. Everything's fucking dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It do be like that. All right. Guess I'll go for them.
Yeah. So just move a character over here. Yeah. Digging through, like lifting up the tarp, you see covered in tarps there are boxes filled with Wellum's inventory of weapons and supplies, but there's also like a small bag on top of it that doesn't look like it's part of Wellum's supplies.
Hmm. A small bag. I wonder what could be in it. I guess I'll have my drifter look inside.
You're having your drifter look inside. You notice some sort of like a vial or like a potion of some sort. It is like a kind of like a reddish liquid, and it's glimmering.
Hmm.
If you would like to roll Arcana with your drifter, I think Arcana might be one of its skills it has. Your drifter can tell that this is a potion of healing.
All right then. Is that all that's in the bag?
That is, yes, that is all that's in the bag.
All right then. That sounds useful. Don't know if I should use that right now though.
Maybe, maybe not. You could, at the very least, you could pocket it and then decide later.
I'll pocket it.
Indeed.
Do I
So
just add it to my inventory or?
it is added. Yeah. If you scroll down to your items.
Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Yep. So you can start carrying these out, or you could loot the dead people if you want, or I don't know what else you could do. Really.
All right. I suppose I want to have my drifter pick over the bed while I start carrying the items out.
Right. Well, you start, one by one, carrying the boxes out, putting them on your horse. Probably because it's not like you're able to carry these all the way fucking back to the caravan, because Willem and them are probably already gone by now. Uh, your thing notices that, there's some jewelry on bandits and cultists. Not like expensive stuff. Probably nothing that'll fetch a price. Kind of like signet shit, family stuff. But some of them do have some gold and silver. You find a whopping 2 gold pieces and silver total from all the bodies.
Amazing. I'm sure that's a lot.
Would you like to pocket that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, I've added it to your inventory. It's not a lot, but it's something. I mean,
No, I know. I figured.
alright. And you hop on your horse with your drifter, with the packages, and head back. Once you make it back to the caravan,
Yes.
uh, Dara cracks a smile.
But
Dara,
at all the
like,
blood I'm covered in.
they see that you got the packages. They're not focusing on how you got them, just that you got them. Dara has a smile that not only you have the packages, but you brought the Smith, Wellham, and even Gorick. Sorry, Gordrick. Uh,
Gordick, got it.
Wellham is like rejoiced that you got his supplies back. He's like thanking you, trying to shake your hand. He's like, my life's work, you brought it back. Oh, thank the heavens! And he's all excited. Uh, Wallace doesn't seem that excited, but could be a lot of reasons why. Probably the blood all covered on you.
I hmm.
So you could take this time to rest up before your next thing. So Dara goes, uh, you have 2 more parts before we can start. But it looks like you've got some blood on you and some cuts. It might be better for you to rest up a bit before undertaking the next task. I don't know if you'd be ready for it. It's up to you though. I mean, if you want to just rush out there, you can.
Well, I mean, that action surge made all of that possible, so I need to take a rest.
Yeah. Uh, so would you like to take a short rest or long rest? A long rest would bypass an entire day, but it's probably not that smart considering what's happening now. But you could take a short rest, which is
Well,
like
I
30 minutes or an
need
hour.
short.
Yeah, because you get your stuff back on a short rest. I think it says here. All right. So a short rest, you gain health points back by rolling your hit die. Since you're level 3 of 3 hit die, you can roll as many up to 3, because that's your level hit die, and you gain that HP back. So you'll see under AC, under initiative, you'll see your current hit points. Under that is temp HP, which is blank. And under that, you'll see hit die.
Okay.
And you can choose how many of them you want to roll to get back HP.
Oh, so like, is that? How do I get hit die back?
You get them all back on a long rest. So you get to roll them
Okay.
on a short rest, and that's how much HP you get back.
So do I decide how many to roll before?
No, you can roll them like you could roll one now and be like, I need more health
Okay.
still, and roll them after.
Well, then that makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
Holding on to a potion for when you don't have hit die seems more logical.
Right. So click the hit die. There you go. You get 10 HP back. You are now at 23 out of 36.
I could roll one more.
7 HP back. You are now at 30 out of 36.
Yeah, I think I'll settle for that.
Very well. You spend an hour on your short rest, tending your wounds, basically, resting up. You did pretty good for your first encounter, you think, as Dara approaches you, once you're getting ready, you're strapping your boots back on, putting your armor back on. She goes, your next part, I'm gonna actually need you to talk to Goran. Goran's gonna be this one, not me. If you wouldn't mind finding Goran and asking him about task 2.
Okay.
Okay. And she walks off.
currently not a man of many words since I can't really think of much to say.
That's fine.
All right. So I guess I'm gonna look around for Gorin then.
Indeed. After a little bit of wandering around, you notice Gorin kind of like tending to his goat, tending to Clyde. He's kind of like feeding him and stuff, making sure he's all right.
Mm-hmm.
He
Any
hasn't.
port in a storm?
Nah, he hasn't noticed you yet. Nothing really going on otherwise.
All right. Sorry, did you say something? I had to put my headphones back on.
No, he hasn't noticed you. He's tending to his goat. He's tending to Clyde, so he's like feeding him and stuff. He hasn't noticed you, and you know, Dara asked you to talk to him to find out what the next objective is.
I will walk up to him first.
Mm-hmm.
Or saying anything.
He notices you walking up, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Hmm."
Dara asked me to look for Gorin.
I am Gorin.
Yeah, no, but I'm supposed to be referring to people by their names.
I know.
Unless you want me to like wait until like the specific event for that to like be my thing.
It's up to you. I was replying in character though, so
Okay.
I am Gorin.
I know you are. Uh
Do you need me for something?
what one sec. Sneezing. Oh, it got ruined. Okay. I think I'll do the whole name thing after that specific event.
Okay.
So I'll just start. I'll start off referring to people like by you and.
Mhm.
Dara asked me to look for you.
Oh, is it about the objective?
Yeah.
He points over to a draft horse and a cart with his shepherd's staff. The vehicle belongs to a halfling named Ipon. Ipon? Let me see if it tells me how to say it. Ip. It says IP. It just says IP. Ipun Wayston. Ipun. Yeah, Ipun. It belongs to Ipun Wayston, who runs the mill to the northeast. Uh, you're to take the cart to the mill and stock it with as many supplies as it can carry. If you find Ipun or her assistant Pal,
Mhm.
uh, you're to escort them back to the caravan.
Understood. So I take it this is the second task that Dara's sending me on.
Indeed,
Crow.
this the second task. So I will just copy and paste basically. So you are the you are tasked to take the cart and stock it with as many supplies as you can carry. And if you find Ipun or her assistant, you have to escort them back.
All right then.
And that is the handout, the picture basically.
All right. Now let's go and look for them.
So are you hooking your horse up to the cart?
Am I using the cart for something specific or
You're supposed to take the cart to the mill and stock it with as many supplies as it can carry.
understood? Okay, that makes more sense. uh, yeah, I guess I am hooking my horse up to it.
And yeah, I assume then, since there's two horses, you're gonna have your drifter ride the other horse.
Actually, I'll have my drifter drive the cart and I'll stay on my horse. That would be the best course of action.
Right. So you'll have you'll ride side to it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well. And you're off.
It's not like I'm treating my drifter like a complete slave or anything.
Yeah, that'd be against regulation.
Yeah, that'd be against the Geneva Convention. Oh wait, I just checked the Geneva Convention. It's not against it. All right.
After a
Yeah.
while of riding, you start to
Mm-hmm.
hear in the forest like what appears to be like a little bit of chanting and chirping coming from around you. It seems like something is following you.
Should I don't know, try to discern if I can figure out what it is or where it's coming from?
You could do that.
Right? Then I guess I would presume, like, I don't want to guess what the rolls are, but I was assuming I'd be like rolling another perception or something.
Ah, correct. You would roll perception if that's what you want to do.
Okay, because Jordan used to make a big deal out of assuming what the skill is going to be.
He does do that. Oh yeah. It sounds like small creatures. You're not sure what they're saying or speaking, but it sounds like a small band of goblins. I was gonna try to see if I could say anything that'd be like, oh, not goblins, but you're a knight. You've probably experienced them before. So it sounds like a small band of goblins, possibly a raiding party, or it could just be like scouts. You're not quite sure exactly how many of them there are, but there are a small number, like a few or a handful,
Hmm.
and it does seem like they're behind you or to the side of you, but it sounds like they're close and they're getting closer. It sounds like they've been following you for quite a bit now.
Is there anything that I can do, like, to sort of, I don't know, like, it? How do I say it? Like, is there any way for me to like prepare myself in a way that like sort of boosts my initiative temporarily, or
Um, no, but the fact that you got that perception roll, the fact that you know they're
it's an
there,
ambush?
right? It means you can't get ambushed. So if you were, they'd have another turn before you're able to even react. But the fact that you know they're there means that they won't get
Okay.
to do that. But no, there's nothing that would give you a boost to initiative. Since you're on your horse, though, you could use your lance now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Was probably my lance and hand axe.
You could stop the cart, yeah, and prepare if that, but or not do any of that. It's up to you what you want to do.
We could also keep moving.
You could do that. There's lots of things you could do. You could also just kill your drifter for some reason.
True. That's very true. Um, did it sound like a lot of goblins?
A small handful. You can't quite tell the number, but it wasn't that many. It's either a small raiding party or like a group of scouts.
Change my mind. I will not abide the existence of goblins in my presence.
Okay. So what?
So, so I'm going to attack them before they notice or attack me. I don't know if they've noticed me technically, but
So your goal is to, or what you're saying is you're going to turn around and ride off into the direction of the noise.
oh my god. Hmm. Well, I didn't know that it involved turning around.
Well, since you're gonna go attack them, you don't know where they are, just the noise. Yeah, you'd be turning your horse around and charging to the direction of the noise.
Around goblins.
Or you could just wait for
Relax.
them to come out. You could call them out. There's a lot of things you could do. Or yeah, you could charge straight to the noise, which potentially could surprise them, I guess.
I I mean, I think that like my character would be alarmed by the presence of goblins and like just the thought of potentially either being attacked by them later or drawing them to the people that I'm looking for. So I think that I would personally prefer to deal with them now than deal with them later.
Right. So what would you want to do?
I would like to uh, violently aggress against them.
Right. So right now, you just hear them around you. You don't know where they are. So, what is your course of action?
I hear them around me.
Yes, that's what it was.
Directions unclear is what you're saying?
Right.
They could be surrounding me. That's another thing is like, what could they be waiting for if they are surrounding me? I mean, is there anything I can do to sort of try and figure out a direction to go in to look for them?
Um, you could try to listen intently, but that might only just tell you where one of them is, unless they're all huddled together.
Well, I mean, taking out the one that seemed the most threatening did help, probably, for all I know, in the temple. So I think that even if it's just getting the drop on just one of them, might be. I don't know. It seems like I don't have enough information here. Hmm. I think that I'd like to get the drop on at least one of them. Unless like stopping and just letting them come to me and giving up the ambush would be better.
It's up to you.
I mean, I'm still not aware as to whether or not they even like notice my presence.
Uh, I mean, you could tell they've been following you. From the sound of it, they've been following you for quite a bit.
Well, if they've been following me, then how can I even ambush them to begin with?
Well, if you charge
So
straight at them, that they probably wouldn't be. They don't know you know they're there.
that's true. Um, what if I could make like a ploy then, like stopping the cart and like letting them advance on us, and then turning on them? I mean, would that even be possible?
What do you mean exactly?
Sort of like letting them think that they're ambushing, I guess.
It would be possible. It, mechanically, it just draw them closer.
Okay, I think
Roll.
I'd like to just scare the absolute fucking shit out of them and just charge right at them then.
All right.
Screw it. I
Roll.
can't play these deception games. I'm about to end some lives right now.
Roll perception to see if you can tell where one of them is. Ooh.
Ugh.
Well, let's hope they roll piss poor. No, you cannot tell where one of
Mm,
them is. You can't like pinpoint a certain location of one of them.
okay. Hmm. Wonder if I could intimidate them somehow. Well, anyway, I mean, if I can't pinpoint where they are, there's basically no sense in charging after, like, potentially nothing and then leaving my buddy at the cart. Hmm. Honestly, I'm at a loss of, like, what to do. I guess I could just keep moving forward.
You could.
All right, then I suppose for now. Wait, but then they could be drawing me into something. They could be closing me into something.
They could.
It's like, hmm. There's nothing in the cart, right?
Correct.
And is the cart technically slowing us down?
Not really, because there's nothing in it.
Okay.
Your goal is to get the cart filled, so there's nothing really in it right now.
Yeah.
But whether they know that it's empty.
Do they technically have eyes on us right now?
Um,
Like, is that the idea, or are they sort of like tracking us?
they see you. They can't see inside the cart, but they see you on top of your horse, the cart itself, and the thing riding the cart. It's safe to assume that like they see you.
Uh, Worst case scenario here, they've got like ranged weapons, more fucking crossbows. The poor man's Glock. So I don't know about standing my ground, but
I mean, it is not Florida.
no, stand your ground laws. Are there any like buildings around or anything like that?
No, there are not. It is straight trail.
Any kind? Oh, just a straight trail, no landscape advantages.
There's wood. There's like grass and trees and stuff around you, bushes, but they might be in those. So trying to hide one of those might be might ultimately make you run into them, which if you were not planning to ambush them would surprise you if you just try to get an advantage and then immediately ended up face to face with them.
Hmm.
You're at a disadvantage here, obviously.
Yeah, definitely at a disadvantage.
So it's up to, not trying to put more pressure on you, but it is up to you how this plays out. How you're going to try to somehow turn this into your favor.
Hmm. Well, like if I'm when I'm going back, can I be like coming back this way as well? Like, is that how that? Oh, I mean, I guess it all depends on what happens. But hmm. uh, guess we can just keep moving forward for now.
All right. You
At
continue
the very.
moving forward. About 5 minutes
Mhm.
later, the sounds are closer. It seems like they are nearing you, almost as if they're readying for an ambush.
Hmm. Uh,
So, using
Insane
your
criminal
nightly intuition, you can tell that continuing onwards, and you'd probably get ambushed within real quick. They'd probably jump on you. Uh, However, you will have another chance to see if you can pinpoint one of their locations again, if you would like.
Right, I'd like to try that.
Yep. Perception. Ooh, indeed. You managed to spot one of them kind of over here, using the bushes as kind of like they're riding. This one's like riding on a wolf, and it has like a scimitar in its hand, and it's using the foliage as cover, moving fast and quick, trying to like stay hidden. But you spot him. This one.
I think I'd like to immediately ride directly at it.
Yeah.
Warning. I definitely also intend for my drifter to just stick with the sling for now, unless they get close.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will immediately ride at the little fucker with my lance.
Are you going to ready your lance?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, you'll have surprise if it's not expecting it. Since you're on your horse, you have a movement speed of 60 feet. So if you
Mm-hmm.
drag both your tokens, you absolutely could. So it'd be up to you if you want to target the wolf that he's riding or the goblin itself.
I think the goblin would scare the shit out of the other goblins more than just the wolf getting murked. I will go for the goblin.
Indeed. So if you, yeah, you know how to select multiple things, right? You just drag rather than click. Yeah. And roll lance. Oh, that's a miss.
A miss? I'm an ambush miss?
13, yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Initiative rolls now. So you don't need to do one for your horse, but just you and your drifter. So remember, you have the mounted feet, so you will have advantage on these things as long as you are mounted.
Okay. Oh wait, they're not riding the wolf?
They are, but the
Okay.
wolf is still smaller than your mount.
Okay. So I have advantage on the
Oh
wolf
no,
right
yeah, you're
now.
right. It says any unmounted creature. You're right.
But I have advantage on the wolf itself.
Uh, no, because they're counting as mountain. So I guess you don't have advantage. That's my bad. Uh, but you can force an attack against your mount to target you instead if they try to attack your horse. So I need a roll for your drifter now. Initiative.
Find the initiative for.
It's just his name. There you go. Not that good of rolls for this turn. It's the goblin's turn. And the goblin, like, tries to slash at your horse with his scimitar.
Okay.
With his scimitar, not yours. He hits the horse.
Okay.
Unless you would like to force it to target you instead.
How much did he hit the horse for?
Damage wise, I didn't roll it yet. Attack wise, it's 12. That hits a horse, but your AC is 17. So if you made him force it to hit you, it would have missed.
I, okay, then yeah, I guess I'll just make him hit me instead.
Alright. It misses you. You
Huh.
hear the sounds of galloping get louder, as if things are getting into position.
Like galloping wolves' feet, or
Correct. I need you to roll a perception check to see if you can. Alright, 21. I rolled these now. Stealth with disadvantage. 17. You do. You notice them now running up towards you. And that's their turn. It's your drifter's turn. He is currently riding the horse of the cart.
all right. I think I want my drifter to sling at the wolf of one of the oncoming goblins.
Right. He'd probably have an easier time shooting the one in front of him rather than behind him.
Yeah. Oh, I see. There's one behind as well. The
The
screen
sling
was
has a
blocking.
range of 30 to 120, I think it says. Yep, 30 to 120. The wolf is 35 feet from him, so
Okay.
it'll have disadvantage, but you'll still be able to hit because it's just out of range. 18 still hits. 9. It cracks the skull of the wolf, hitting. Uh,
The wolf.
the wolf is dead. The goblin has to make a dex save.
Huh?
It passes. The goblin rolls successfully on the ground and manages to catch himself so he doesn't get injured falling off.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it easy for the drifter to detach from the cart?
Oh yeah, he can just do it.
Okay. I think he should probably detach from the cart for now, if that's like a free action thing or
Yeah.
something.
What do you mean
Um,
detach? Like the horse itself? Because detaching the
detach.
horse would take longer.
Okay, then that is what I meant.
Okay, that would take
Although,
an
I
act.
mean, if that's not a good idea, then I'll just keep him attached to the cart.
Well, it's up to you. I can't really tell you if it's a good idea, but
Well, I don't want him to dismount, but the cart behind him is not exactly maneuverable. What is he going to do? Multi-track drifting? Just swinging carts into
true.
goblins?
But what does he need? What would what would uh what would he gain really from taking the horse off? He's not really a fighter, so maneuverability really isn't something that he needs.
Well, you did say that he'd have a disadvantage to slinging at something behind him.
No, I just said he couldn't sling it behind him because it. I mean, he had disadvantage against the guy in front of him because it was out of his range. He just wasn't able to. He's just not able to see the guy behind him right now.
Okay, then I guess I'll just have him stay mounted for now and let the other goblins approach.
Right. Is your turn.
I guess I will take a crack at the wolf then. Do I have to do anything to ready my sword,
Uh, it'd be a bonus action to put away your lance and draw your sword
or am
instead.
I fine with just like the
You're
lance?
fine with the lance, but since you're within 5 feet now, you'll have disadvantage unless you want to take a five. Unless you want to move back a bit and take an attack of opportunity from the goblin.
Hmm. I think I will just ready my greatsword then.
Yeah, bonus action, put away your lance, pull out your great sword. Yep. And are you targeting the goblin or the wolf?
The wolf.
All right. You miss.
Ugh. All right then.
Indeed. Uh, that would be your turn. Do you want to move anywhere, or would you like to stay there?
I think I'll stay right there.
Alright. There are no wolves that are unmounted, so it's the goblin's turn. So this one, he tries to slice at your horse.
Okay.
Dealing 8 slashing damage to your horse. Your horse is looking incredibly injured right now.
I mean, I can take that hit though, right?
You could if you want.
I do.
Okay. You take the 8 damage. And this goblin runs up and tries to climb on the horse.
Okay.
But he fails miserably. And
Oh
the
my
horse
god.
stomps him for 3 damage. Stomps on him.
Okay.
And now he's prone. And this one rides up and fires a short bow at you.
Okay.
But critically fails
Careful.
and shoots the goblin near him. Right in the head as the goblin falls off dead.
Oh my god.
Goblins are clumsy. I mean, that is canon. They are very dumb and clumsy.
This is just sad. This is just sad.
It is the Drifter's turn now.
I think my drifter can ignore the goblin in front of him and
Yeah.
try to aim for the wolf, not the lone wolf. That wolf. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah. Sling again.
Mm-hmm. Hits for 3 bludgeoning. Not a lot, but certainly something.
All right.
All right. Is that its turn?
I guess so. I
All
don't
right.
really want to dismount him.
Right. It is your turn now. The wolf is unmounted, so now you will have advantage on it if you want to hit it.
Okay.
Or you could just move.
This is what I call an epic gamer move. I'm gonna kill this wolf.
If you move over here, you wouldn't get an attack opportunity because your horse is large, so it would still be within the attack range. So you could hit that, or just move here and hit. Doesn't matter what.
Okay. You know what? I guess I'll ride for the short bow goblin then and hit him with the great sword.
Uh-huh. Well, you might want to. Oh, don't do that. Right here. So you're still within range. Yeah. Roll to attack. Uh, yeah. You just stab that goblin right through the gut. And lift him up and throw him off the wolf, and he's dead.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
I guess so.
The wolves, frightened that the riders are dead, start to run off. So you'll get an attack of opportunity on one of them if you want.
I mean, how far can they run away?
40 feet, and they're dashing, so they're gonna run 80 feet away.
Ah.
So you can swing at one while it's trying to run away. Either one.
I'll see the weakened one.
All right. Yeah, swing. Yeah, as this one, so one of them gets away, but as this one is trying to run away, you just slice its head clean off, and it just falls to the ground dead. And it like skids along the ground.
Only one survivor.
It's the goblin's turn. The goblin stands up
And die to the NPC.
and is going to try to climb up on the horse again. But massively fails. And the horse stomps him to death. Stomps him right in the head with its hoof.
God.
Combat is over. Yeah.
Doubt they have anything of value, but I guess we can pick them over.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Might as well.
Looting the goblins' corpses, you find a whole whopping 5 copper pieces total.
Wow, that was worth ending their life. God.
You executed a wolf that was running away.
Oh my god. Is there any like worry about like leaving dead humanoids out in the open or anything?
Nah, who cares? It's not your problem.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, I guess I'll just move the corpses out of the way of the cart, and then we keep moving along.
Yeah, fair enough. Right. As you continue your journey throughout the day, you notice up quite like a little bit ahead, you see what looks to be like a halfling and a human down the road, kind of like calling out to you. This doesn't look like a halfling at all. What the fuck? These people are calling out, like in the middle of the road ahead, waving their arms, calling out. So you'll see, you'll now see both their handouts being popped up.
Let's see. So Spock and Scully, got it.
Oh my fucking, they do kind of look like them, yeah. But like a 3 foot Sully. I think Tyrion. Tyrion's a halfling actually in this, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what you see ahead. You'll see these two people in the middle of the trail, kind of like waving you off. They seem to have
What
like
did
some,
you say the races were?
hmm?
What did you say the races were?
Halfling, and it says human, which is funny because he has elf ears.
Okay, so you mean a person. Got you.
What?
Well, you said there's one human, and then there's a halfling. So one person and a halfling.
Sure.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it seems like they have some supplies on them, but not a lot. Like a box. I mean, like a box in their hands, each of them.
Hmm.
So what you gonna do? You gonna ride up to them, rush to them, and execute them with a lance? Scream out to them. There's lots of things you can do. Stop and turn back and go back the way you came.
I mistake the halfling for a goblin, and immediately
Fucking take out some of your items in your backpack and start chucking shit at them.
I'll just approach them without hostility.
They walk up to you. The girl goes, "I'm Ippon, and this is my assistant pal. Uh, we're
I'm just
what? She goes, we were carrying as many supplies as we were able to carry on the way to the caravan, but we noticed you have an empty cart. Do you think you could like help us go back to the mill and get more supplies?"
that is precisely what I am here to do.
Oh, what luck, pal! It's really bothering me that it says she's a halfling and he's a human when she looks like a human and he looks like an elf.
Yeah.
Uh, Wonderful. They start trying to crawl up on the cart. Pal gets in easily, but Ippon is like struggling, and so Pal lifts her and puts her in the.
Just kidding.
Pal goes, "So, you know what happened to Elturel? We weren't there, but we've heard some rumors that some stuff went down."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, some stuff certainly went down. That's one way to say it.
Well, what happened?
1 second, Crow. What was the name of the town again?
Uh, Elturel, the one that got destroyed.
It's it would no longer be accurate to say that something happened to Elturel, but rather that there is no longer an Elturel for something to happen to.
They both look like stunned, unsure of what you mean. What? What do you? What does that? What does that mean?
All that's left of Elturel is a crater and much regret.
They start tapping. Hmm. And they you travel in silence to the on the way to the mill the rest of the way a bit, but once you get like very close to it, they start to speak. You know, I've been trying to send all my neighbors and stuff down to the caravan, but a lot of people just won't listen. A lot of people won't go. I've been trying to convince the poet that lives down the road, but she wouldn't go either.
A poet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your character is so fucking awkward.
You make me cry.
That entire conversation. After I just got done saying, you guys sat in awkward silence for the rest of the journey, and it goes, I've been trying to escort my neighbors down there, even the poet. The poet? Yeah. Yeah. It's so fucking awkward.
Oh, oh my god, my face is wet from the fucking tears.
Anyway, once you guys finally get to the mill, Ipon and Paul start to load supplies onto the cart. Paul looks and goes, you know, one of the nearby residents was resistant to Ipon's suggestion to join the caravan. Do you mind if you check in on the poet? His name is Billiam, and he lives near the mill. Can you give him like one last nudge to join the caravan? He's just on the road. If you could.
I won't say anything. I'll just ride straight for the poet.
Uh, they look at you riding away, and they're confused, but they go, "Yeah, that's the way." As you ride off. After like a 5 minute journey, you reach a small house in a secluded area north of the mill. And you could reasonably assume that this is the poet's home. The land surrounding Billiam's home. I'll post his name in chat because fucking hell if I will be able to remember this.
William.
Billiam. It's covered in scattered bits of
William.
brush and grassy patches. There's a small grove of trees that sits near his house. But though it appears to be recently damaged, you know, it does appear to be well maintained.
I bet they call Billiam Will for short.
They might. How is this a fucking dwarf? Okay, never mind. It says human. I read that wrong. Jesus Christ.
Human.
So yeah, human. So as you get to him, you see, looks to be a human male sitting on his porch, writing in his journal, and he calls out to you as you approach. Here is his picture.
I immediately pull out my walkie-talkie and call for more officers.
Officer down.
Wow. Billiam looks like a fucking asshole.
He does. He really fucking. He looks like a redditor.
He looks like someone that like Jordan would probably look at him and think, "Man, that's who I want to be."
He looks like a COVID denier. He looks like someone you'd tell like get to shelter now. The Earth is fucking just getting destroyed. He's like, nah, yeah, get your fucking Trump lies out of here.
He looks like someone who is angry that PewDiePie has his hairstyle.
Oh, he looks like he cosplays at fucking. He dresses up in cosplay to go to fucking Shake Shack. Not Shake Shack. What's the fucking seafood restaurant?
Red Lobster.
I was thinking it was like it had more of a pirate name. Seafood restaurant. Pirate name. Long John Silver's.
He looks more like he goes to fucking Short Bob Coppers or something.
He looks like someone who'd get really angry that fucking Chipotle isn't open on Sunday.
Yeah, and he looks like he'd probably go there in skinny jeans that are like that are like half off.
He looks like the type of person to like go to a Walmart and like just eat the free samples and then leave.
Yeah.
All right. He calls out to you as you approach.
Yeah. All right, go on.
Uh, what? What are you doing?
I'm riding in your general direction, sir.
Ain't nothing out here but my home. And
Actually, I call him sir. I'm pretty sure that that's not normal.
ain't nothing out here but my home. So what else you gonna be coming here for but me? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you want?
I want you to come with the caravan to leave this area.
Why? Why leave? Why go to the caravan?
Because if you stay, you're probably going to die alone and in pain.
Psh. Let me guess. Fiends and cultists, huh?
Yes, I am currently wearing their blood on my armor.
They're too far away from my home. There are others who are in way more peril than I am. Besides, I'm not but a simple poet. A sword, a smithing hammer, a ladle. I'm benign in all of those uses. Of what use could I be to this caravan?
You don't need to be useful, but it's for your own good.
Roll persuasion.
I can't tell which is which, by the way.
Which what?
Which number is what?
So the left one is always the one you roll. If you have
What?
if you have advantage, it like the right one is advantage. It rolls twice in case you have advantage.
Okay.
So the left one is always the right number. Unless I save you advantage, then you just take the higher of the two.
Well, I am on horseback, so I have advantage. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, attack it. He goes, well, it'd be for your own good that you get out of here before I write in my journal how much I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah. No,
I see you're not leaving. What's your name?
Ramiel.
Ramiel, he writes in his journal, is a bitch.
React.
He says it out loud, but very obnoxiously, so you know he's writing it in his journal. And he looks at you. There's more where that came from if you don't get out of here.
I think I'm just gonna pick him up.
So
And
yeah, you can
force
walk up to him.
taken.
Roll strength.
Okay.
I have to find where. There it is. No, it's a strength save. I need strength.
Oh,
So on the left-hand side, you'll see all your things again. There you go.
Of course.
You pick him up. Hey, get me down!
Okay.
He starts like hitting your back. It doesn't hurt, but he's like really just trying to fucking get me out of there. I'm down here.
I gave you your chance. Now you're coming with me.
He's struggling. So what are you gonna do? You have him picked up. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'm just gonna lead my horse along while carrying him.
Okay. Sure. You after a little bit of walking, he tries to break free. Can you roll strength again?
No, I'm just gonna throw him on the ground.
Oh, okay. You do that. He takes 5. Oh, he's knocked out.
All right, I'll put him up on the horse and just lead the horse.
Okay. After like 2 minutes of riding, you make it back to the rest of the people. They finally finished up loading the cart, and they look and they see Billiam the poet knocked out on your horse. Was it what happened? Did he fall asleep like that? What's going on?
Down his stairs and when approaching me.
Oh, I've fallen down some stairs too. It's not fun.
You can ask Billiam all about it when he wakes up, I guess. Just fucking... 1 second. I can't believe I just kidnapped someone. This is great. Crow. He doesn't even get to bring things with him because he's being stubborn. That's all on him. I can't believe I fucking
Yeah, so the cart is all loaded up. Ippen and Pal are in the back of the thing, and they're ready to go back. Are you gonna keep Billiam on your horse, or are you gonna put his unconscious body in the cart with them?
I'm gonna tie him to the cart so that he doesn't fall off of it.
Do you have rope?
Check.
You do. In your item list, if you scroll down, it says hempen rope.
Letting me scroll down all the way for some reason.
Right above potion of healing. You do.
Okay, then I will use that.
Yeah, you tie him up to the cart so he doesn't fall off. And you start heading back.
Right.
I want you to know, I want you to see how much you skipped.
Watch what?
You just skipped a fucking ton of shit. I'm gonna take a screenshot. So, the first square is where we're at, or where you were at when you went to him, and now this is where we're at. If you manage to convince him, he wanted you to go on a quest to get some items, and which would lead to like a bunch of fights and all this stuff. No, you just took him, so he doesn't even get all his stuff. He doesn't get anything. You just fucking kidnapped this dude and just started going
Aim,
back.
aim, and then you can get them at Baldur's Gate.
After like an hour of riding, he wakes up and he like starts struggling, but he can't move because he's tied up. What? Where am I? What's going on? He like looks and he notices uh, Ippon, and she like waves, and he looks and notices his pal, and he goes, "Hi." And Billiam like turns his head and he sees you riding to the side of the cart, and he goes, "Oh, god damn it."
What?
He he's kind of pissed, but he can't move.
Who, Billiam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And you ride the rest of the way there with no other incident.
Great. Great.
Dara is incredibly happy that you managed to get Ippon and Pal back, and the cart is full of supplies, and you brought a new person. So she's, very astounded and just overall, like, happy. Uh, Goran is happy. Ippon and Pal are happy. Uh, Balian, Balian fucking, Billiam is completely pissed. Still tied to the cart. And this is where we'll end it for now. After she pays you for your services, Dara does, from what you did so far.
Okay.
Uh, so you get 50 gold pieces for right now. And she tells you to, stop and get some food for now. Eat up before you head off for the next part. And this is where we'll stop for now this session.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Well, I didn't think you would be able to skip everything by fucking kidnapping the dude and then just throwing him on the ground, knocking him out, and then tying him up and kidnapping him. your character is so fucking awkward, too.
Oh my god. Oh,
Well,
oh my
I
god.
hope you had fun, I guess. I don't know.
That was pretty fucking funny in my opinion, so. Oh my god.
You missed out on a fight with the Pegasus.
Cool. Sounds like I saved my life, or maybe avoided getting to steal a Pegasus or something. I don't know.
I don't know either, but I guess we never will know now.
Yeah, watch there be something important in that little sequence that is like just a key item for later or something.
Well, apparently you would have been able to get a scroll of protection of good and evil. Or sorry, spell scroll of protection of energy.
Hmm.
So who knows?
Who knows?
All we know is you fucking assaulted a man and kidnapped him and forced him to go along with you.
Yes. Hold on. I have something for that.
fucking awkward. Oh my god, hang. Okay, let's see what we have here.
And the butterflies. To me.
Come along with me and the
And the
butterflies
butterflies.
and bees.
And the... Look into my eyes, princess.
Oh, you fucking. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna hop off now. This was fucking. I guess we'll see what happens next time. I am glad I recorded this. Holy fuck.
This is my first real session.
And you assaulted and kidnapped somebody.
I also fucking destroyed a horde of cultists.
You
and
did.
goblins.
You fucking decimated enemies. And watched a bunch of goblins get themselves killed.
That shit was fucking hilarious. The one goblin killed the other, and the other one was getting killed by the fucking cart. The cart! And only one wolf.
You fucking executed the one running away!
Goblins were the MVP. They got play of the game, but for my team.
I'm gonna clip that conversation bit where you just went, yeah. It was so awkward, but so funny. I'm gonna just make it its own fucking thing. D&D conversation.
You need to show me that. You need to show me.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hop off now.
Alright.
See ya.
Later.